Hello everyone, this is Coach Steve from Great Coast CrossFit here for your Saturday workout. Just like all of our workouts have been for the past week or so, we've had 4 sections in each one of our workouts that comprise of a warm-up, a strength, a WOD, along with a finisher. We're just going to keep going with that and start off with a warm-up. It's going to be a 5-minute AMRAP, as many rounds as possible. We're going to start off with a 200-meter row, and if you don't have a rower, just go ahead and do a 100-meter run, or just do some form of cardio for about 30 seconds to a minute, whatever you feel comfortable with. Then we'll go into 30 mountain climbers. Again, we'll get in that nice high plank position and bring our knees to our elbows, back and forth, just for a 1 count. Then we'll do 20 jumping jacks. And then we'll finish off each round with 10 plate or dumbbell deadlifts. So I have each one of these things here. So again, with the plate, we'll just hold it off by the sides and we'll just dip in front of us, straight down, come back up, dip down, right back up. Kind of have a little bit more of like a wide or some kind of a sumo stance for this, just so you can fit the plate in between your legs. And again, from the side, go down, keep that back flat all the way through. And then for the dumbbells, I always like to keep mine off to the side. I'll hang or hold on to them from the end. And again, we'll just slight bend the knees, dip down, go to about mid-shin. If you have small dumbbells, if you have a little bit bigger ones, you can go all the way down to the ground and just pop right back up. Maintain that back, that flat back all the way through. Again, from the side. For our strength today, we'll do 3 sets of a couplet using both our lower body and our core. So the first movement is going to be 20 dumbbell front rack lunges, and the second movement is going to be a 90-second plank hold. So for the dumbbell front rack lunges, we'll take our dumbbells, we'll just get into that nice front rack position, either having the dumbbells rest on our shoulders or at least having them a little bit elevated above our shoulders so our elbows are parallel with the ground. And then we're just going to take that step forward, just like any ordinary lunge, just making sure that the knee is tracking over the ankle and not over the toe. And once we're done with that, we'll again go into a 90-second plank hold. You can either be in a high plank from your hands or a low plank from the elbows, or a mixture of both. And once you are done with the couplet, we're going to rest for another 90 seconds just to catch our breath and continue on with the remaining 2 sets. And now for today's WOD, we're going to have a 14-minute AMRAP, as many rounds as possible with 4 different movements. We're going to start off with a 200-meter run. And if you don't feel like running, go ahead and just do some form of cardio for at least a minute to about a minute 15. And then we'll move on into 12 double dumbbell ground to overhead, which I'll demonstrate with a plate. Then we'll go into 10 dumbbell front rack lunges. I will also demonstrate that with my plate. And then we'll do 8 up downs. So again, starting off with that 200-meter run, or at least a minute of some form of cardio, whether it would be jumping jacks, high knees, running in place, running around in your small area, anything just going to bring your heart rate up and get you moving. Then we'll transition into those 12 dumbbell ground to overhead, double dumbbell ground to overhead that I'll demonstrate with my plate. So, same mechanics as you would with a plate. If you don't have any dumbbells, Just grab it from the sides, and again, we'll just bring it up overhead, spin it around the head, and get full extension with the plate flat and overhead, and bring it back down, always maintaining a flat back all the way through the movement. Then we'll go into those 12 double dumbbell front rack lunges. Just like what we were doing with the in the strength portion for today. But like I said, I'll do it with my plate. And again, a nice front rack position. Kind of get something that's a little comfortable for you. And again, just step forward, making sure that knee is tracking over the ankle. And then we'll finish off the rounds with 8 up down. Or burpees without push-ups. So again, we'll go down to the ground, come back up, a little bit of a hop. And if you know me, I always say enough of a hop that I can slide a piece of paper underneath your feet. Doesn't need to be too big. So again, down to that high plank position, come back up with a little hop. You'll be good to go. And finally, our finisher for today. We're going to do a little bit of a jumping plyometric finisher for today with a rep scheme of 30, 20, 10. So it's going to decrease by 10 reps every single round. So we're going to do tuck jumps and lateral jumps. So for the tuck jumps, all we're going to do is just have our our feet about hip width apart, and we're just going to go dip down slightly with a counter movement of the arms and jump up and bring our knees to our chest. And again, make sure you use those arms to get that momentum to bring you a little bit higher, all right? And once you have 30 of those, we'll go into 30 lateral jumps. I'll use my plate, have some kind of an object, whether if it's a plate, pair of dumbbells, a backpack, whatever you have, just so you can have something to jump over. And again, we'll just jump over it laterally. Again, once we get 30, we'll go back to tuck jumps and do 20 of each, then do 10 of each, and then we'll be done.